Welcome back to Raw, Radically Aligned Women. I'm delighted to share these quotes with you from my heart to yours. Stepping onto a brand new path is difficult, but not more difficult than remaining in a situation which is not nurturing to the whole woman. Maya Angelou. Times of change, while challenging, are invitations to grow. Growth can be painful. It often is. Change can be painful. It usually is. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck where you know you don't belong. SJR. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. C. Joy Bell C. Women are the real architects of society. Sure. A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman. But the search to find that voice can be remarkably difficult. Melinda Gates. I hope you will go out and let stories, that is life, happen to you, and that you will work with these stories, water them with your blood and tears and your laughter till they bloom, till you yourself burst into bloom. Clarissa Pinkola Estes. We will discover the nature of our particular genius when we stop trying to conform to our own or other people's models, learn to be ourselves, and allow our natural channel to open. Shakti Gawain. We are in a birthing process in which each of us is mother, midwife, infant of the new divine feminine, returning to the original expression of who we agreed to be in this lifetime, integrating the collective wisdom and mastery we've generated and awakened to over time. We're each birthing this mastery through the portal of our soul's unique blueprint. SJR. Step out of the history that is holding you back. Step into the new story you're willing to create. Oprah. You either walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside your story and hustle for your worthiness. Brene Brown. Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay. Simone de Beauvoir. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. To keep our faces toward change and behave like free spirits in the presence of fate is strength undefeatable. Helen Keller. Whatever you're meant to do, do it now. The conditions are always impossible. Doris Lessing. If there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. Toni Morrison. Courage is the price that life exacts for granting peace. Amelia Earhart. You are so brave, so courageous, constantly forging further into the unknown to discover that which you can know, yourself. As we come home to ourselves, we remember why we came here, why it matters, and who we truly are at the core of our being. SJR. I am an expression of the divine, just like a peach is, just like a fish is. I have a right to be this way. I can't apologize for that. Nor can I change it, nor do I want to. We will never have to be other than who we are in order to be successful. We realize that we are, as ourselves, unlimited and our experiences valid. It's for the rest of the world to recognize this if they choose. Alice Walker. To be ourselves causes us to be exiled by many others, and yet to comply with what others want causes us to be exiled from ourselves. Clarissa Pinkola Estes. A girl should be two things: who and what she wants. Coco Chanel. I don't go by the rule book. I lead from the heart, not the head. Princess Diana. I have accepted fear as part of life, specifically the fear of change. I have gone ahead despite the pounding in the heart that says, turn back. Erica Young. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Oprah. You can't be brave if you've only had wonderful things happen to you. Mary Tyler Moore. Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I always wondered why somebody doesn't do something about that. Then I realized I was somebody. Lily Tomlin. If you never jump, you'll never fly. SJR. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. Those persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Maya Angelou. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Emily Dickinson. No need to hurry, no need to sparkle, no need to be anybody but oneself. Virginia Woolf. To remember who you really are, you first need to forget who they told you to be. Selective amnesia frees you. SJR. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and will be lost. Martha Graham. It takes courage to endure the sharp pains of self-discovery rather than choose to take the dull pain of unconsciousness that would last the rest of our lives. Marianne Williamson. Above all, be the heroine of your life. Nora Ephron. Don't take shortcuts. They take too long. Sonia Simone. As a woman, I have no country. As a woman, I want no country. As a woman, my country is the whole world. Virginia Woolf. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. J.K. Rowling. The most fundamental aggression to ourselves, the most fundamental harm we can do to ourselves, is to remain ignorant by not having the courage and the respect to look at ourselves honestly and gently. Pima Chodron. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Maya Angelou. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Anais Nin. Every thought we think is creating our future. Louise Hay. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Jane Goodall. Believe in yourself. You have everything you need. Let your dreams be your roadmap. SJR. My willingness to be intimate with my own deep feelings creates the space for intimacy with another. Shakti Gawain. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. Audre Lorde. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. Mary Ann Radmacher. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Edith Wharton. Where there is great love, there are always miracles. Willa Cather. It's in our biology to trust what we see with our eyes. This makes living in a carefully edited, overproduced, and photoshopped world very dangerous. Brene Brown. To cure jealousy is to see it for what it is, a dissatisfaction with self. Joan Didion. It's not your job to like me, it's mine. Byron Katie. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is just sit there and be with yourself. SJR. If you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. Margaret Fuller. You don't become what you want, you become what you believe. Oprah. I raise up my voice not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. Malala. It took me quite a long time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I'm not going to be silent. Madeleine Albright. We need to reshape our own perception of how we view ourselves. We have to step up as women and take the lead. Women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world. Hillary Clinton. Every woman's success should be an inspiration to another. We're strongest when we cheer each other on. Serena Williams. There is a special place in hell for women who do not help other women. Madeleine Albright. For real change, we need feminine energy in the management of the world. We need a critical number of women in positions of power, and we need to nurture the feminine energy in men. Isabel Allende. In the future, there will be no female leaders. There'll just be leaders. Sheryl Sandberg. Women in particular need to keep an eye on their physical and mental health, because if we're scurrying to and from appointments and errands, We don't have a lot of time to take care of ourselves. We need to do a better job of putting ourselves higher on our own to-do list. Michelle Obama. You must love and care for yourself, because that's when the best comes out. Tina Turner. Forgive yourself for not treating yourself better by treating yourself better now. SJR. You don't have to be pretty. You don't owe prettiness to anyone, not to your boyfriend, spouse, partner, not to your co-workers, especially not to random men on the street. You don't owe it to your mother, you don't owe it to your children, you don't owe it to civilization in general. Prettiness is not a rent you pay for occupying a space marked female. Erin McKean. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. All meant to shine, just as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. Because I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Maya Angelou.